In the early 1900s, in Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma, a revolution was taking place. A community of Black Americans, separated by segregation but united by ambition, built one of the most prosperous Black neighborhoods in the United States. It became known as Black Wall Street. Their success would, however, end up becoming both their pride and their target. After the First World War, Black veterans returned home determined to claim the equality they had fought for overseas. On Tulsa's north side, they built a thriving district of their own, a city within a city. Greenwood had more than 600 Black-owned businesses. Its entrepreneurs even founded one of the largest Black-owned banks in America. The Stamford Hotel, a 54-room brick landmark that became a symbol of Black pride, and the Dreamland Theater, filled with laughter and music every night. Because segregation laws banned Black residents from white-owned establishments, money stayed in the community, circulating 30 times before leaving Greenwood. This was more than an economy. It was a revolution, built on pride, ownership, and unity. Greenwood challenged the idea that Black Americans could not succeed independently. Their success demanded respect and, tragically, stirred resentment.
But every revolution faces a reaction. On May 31st, 1921, a 19-year-old shoe shiner named Dick Rowland was accused of assaulting a white elevator operator. There was no evidence and only rumor. The Tulsa Tribune printed a story calling for his lynching. That night, white mobs surrounded the courthouse and Black veterans from Greenwood arrived to protect Rowland. A shot was fired, and no one knows who pulled the trigger. And in an instant, Tulsa erupted into violence. For the next 24 hours, white mobs looted, burned, and murdered across Greenwood. Airplanes dropped incendiaries from above, which was the first aerial attack on American citizens in U.S. history. By dawn, 35 blocks laid in ashes, over 1,200 homes were gone, and up to 300 men, women, and children were dead. The Oklahoma National Guard rounded up thousands of Black survivors and not the rioters. No white attackers were ever charged. In the aftermath, Tulsa's white leaders blamed the victims. Insurance companies refused to pay, calling it a riot instead of a massacre. City officials passed new zoning laws to prevent Black families from rebuilding on their land. For nearly 80 years, the massacre disappeared from textbooks and classrooms. Survivors were told to forget, but memory doesn't die that easily. Families passed down stories, photographs, and strength. Even when the world tried to erase Greenwood, the truth survived, waiting to be heard.
Decades later, silence gave way to reform. In 2011, Oklahoma released a report acknowledging the massacre and calling for reparations. In 2021, survivor Viola Fletcher, then 107 years old, testified before Congress. She said, "I still see Black men being shot. I still smell smoke. I still hear screams." Her voice spoke for thousands who never saw justice. Today, Greenwood is rebuilding once again. The John Hope Franklin Reconciliation Park and the Greenwood Cultural Center stand as symbols of healing. Murals and memorials now fill the streets that once burned. Greenwood's rebirth is not just remembrance, it is also reform. The Tulsa Race Massacre was not only a tragedy, it was a reaction to a revolution. Greenwood's story reveals both the heights of Black achievements and the depth of racial hatred. It shows that progress can be burned, but not destroyed. The people of Greenwood proved that faith and resilience outlast fire. More than a century later, the fight for justice continues. Inspired by the seeds planted in Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma.